Some counterfeit diamonds are easily detected as substandard right off the bat. They may be advertised as faux gemstones, or you may see a stamp on the inside of the band of a ring that says CZ, the abbreviation for cubic zirconia. Others, however, try to pass themselves off as the real thing. How can you tell the difference? Well, there are a number of tests that one can use to sort out the genuine from the fake. Just like diamonds, some people try to pass themselves off as Christians when they are not. How do you keep from being fooled? Again, just like there are ways to test for a gemstone's authenticity, there are ways of differentiating the true Christian from the counterfeit. Such people claim they know God, but they deny Him by the way they live. They are detestable and disobedient, worthless for doing anything good. Titus, chapter 1, verse 16. Have you ever known people who claim they are Christian, but you cannot see any evidence of regeneration in their lives? They attend church on Sunday, but live like the devil for the rest of the week. No one is perfect. The Bible tells us that in Romans chapter 3, verse 10. When people reduce their walk with God to mere lip services and claim that they are Christians, yet they consistently disobey God's commands and live a life of spiritual recklessness, if their fruits negate their claims, you can be sure that they are counterfeit Christians. Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep but are really vicious wolves. You can identify them by their fruit, that is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? A good tree produces good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit. Yes, just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions. Matthew chapter 7, verses 15 to 17, and verse 20. Once in a while, a substandard gem is not only erroneously taken as the genuine article, it is used by someone to convince people of the validity of their claims and intentions. Similarly, there are some people who are not only counterfeit Christians, they try to purposely lead others astray. Again, we are admonished to pay careful attention to their lives. How do they act? What fruit are they producing? Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 tells us what kind of fruit we should see. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. A true Christian will not try to confuse you or skew a lie to become a truth. Dear friends, do not believe everyone who claims to speak by the Spirit. You must test them to see if the Spirit they have comes from God. For there are many false prophets in the world. This is how we know if they have the Spirit of God. If a person claiming to be a prophet acknowledges that Jesus Christ came in a real body, that person has the Spirit of God. But if someone claims to be a prophet and does not acknowledge the truth about Jesus, that person is not from God. Such a person has the spirit of the Antichrist, which you heard is coming into the world, and indeed is already here. First Book of John, chapter 4, verses 1 through 3.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.